How do you handle your own family members cutting you off and saying, I'm not going to talk to you anymore because of your beliefs? Let's talk about that too, on how we handle that. And these are experts. They're in the front lines. Come and ask them. How do you deal with that in a way that you keep the strength of the Lord with you? That you keep the strength of the doctrine with you? That you keep the passion and your faith strong and burning bright and alive? Let's talk about those things as well. Suzanne, are you going to come up?
Yes.
Okay. This is so exciting. We're going to be doing the service project. And first of all, thank you to everybody who donated. Oh my gosh, we started out with we're really going to try to do 100, and then it's grown to 400, kind of mind-boggling. You guys are awesome. It's going to be so cool. Oh, but we're beginning with Mary, aren't we?
I'd like to excuse our panelists, who are a crowd of rock stars over there. And I'll invite our friend Mary Taylor to come to the stand, and I'll introduce her for you. Mary Taylor has served as president of Pro-Life Utah for over 7 years. Driven by the heartache and regret of her own abortion over 40 years ago, Mary Taylor has worked to grow Pro-Life Utah from a small band of protesters to a multifaceted pro-life organization. Her mission is to educate and empower women facing unplanned pregnancy so that their babies will not face the tragic fate that hers did, and they will not struggle with the emotional consequences that she has spent a lifetime coming to terms with. When Mary is not volunteering with her family, or volunteering time with Pro-Life Utah, she loves to spend time with her family, including her husband, rock and best friend, John Taylor, her beautiful daughter and wonderful son-in-law, and her grandchildren who are the light of her life. In addition to her 2 biological grandchildren, she is the adopted grandma of a precious little boy who was born to the first mother that Pro-Life Utah empowered to reject abortion.
Thank you so much. I am so honored to be here at the first ever Latter-day Saints for Life Conference. This is really amazing. This is so cool. I'm also very grateful that you're going to take your time today with your service project to support Pro-Life Utah's Women's Support Program. The gift bags that you're going to be assembling will literally save the lives of unborn babies that otherwise would have been destined for abortion. Now you might be asking yourself how this little gift bag might save the life of an unborn baby, and so I'm here today to tell you just exactly how that happens. Pro-Life Utah's mobile ultrasound clinic and our women's support program saved 70 babies from abortion last year. And we are on track to save even more babies this year. And this little gift bag that you're going to be assembling is an integral part of that program. So let's start at the beginning. Our mobile ultrasound clinic parks in front of Planned Parenthood abortion clinics. And as women go in for their abortion appointments, we use this little bag as an icebreaker. Now, a lot is communicated to a woman with this little gift bag. It tells her that we are peaceful, it tells her we're friendly, and it tells her we care about her. And last year we handed out over 1,500 of these bags. Our hope is that this little gift bag is enough to get her to stop and talk to us about why she is considering abortion. But even if it doesn't, inside this gift bag is information about the abortion procedure that she's considering, about other options, including Pro-Life Utah's Life Grant program and all of our contact information. Once she is willing to talk to us, we're going to offer her a free ultrasound, because very often women have no idea just how developed their little baby is. Last year, 82% of the women who came into our ultrasound mobile clinic and had an ultrasound of their baby chose life for that baby. But although the baby's image on that ultrasound really can be a game changer, a woman considering abortion is often faced with huge challenges and stresses that she just does not feel equipped to deal with. And so we invite her to sit down at lunch with us and make a plan to tackle those problems. She'll be assigned 2 client advocates who will be there for her throughout her pregnancy, offering friendship and support every step of the way. The vast majority of the time, financial issues are part of the equation. Our Life Grant program offers a way to address some of these problems. Now, every woman is different and every story is different, and so this plan is very individualized. Our goal is to have her functional by the time that baby is born. Our Life Grant is also available to women who choose adoptive parents for their baby, because we know that she's going to need to get back on her feet once she places that baby with an adoptive family. But for moms who wish to parent their child, and that's the vast majority of our clients, we will provide her with all the baby supplies that she's going to need to get started and bring baby home. We often provide these supplies by holding a baby shower for her. The emotional support and the friendship that comes with that baby shower is often just as important, maybe more important, than the material goods that she receives. As I said, every woman is different, every story is different. I remember a woman we helped a while back whose car repair bill was the final straw for her. She had been facing some other challenges, but a $900 car repair bill, that was the final straw. We paid that car repair out of her Life Grant, and that was enough to turn things around for her and make her feel like she could handle whatever lay ahead. Another young woman was on her way into a Planned Parenthood clinic for an abortion appointment. She stopped and talked to our advocate, and although reluctantly, she did cancel her appointment that day and agreed to consider our proposal. 2 weeks later, she was in a car accident. Now, it was a minor car accident, but as she sat by the side of the road, all shaken up, all she could think about was that tiny baby inside of her. I'm pregnant. Please save my baby, she called to everybody on the scene. What a change of heart in only 2 weeks. Our client advocates, her client advocate was there with her that day at the hospital, comforting her and reassuring her, because our client advocates are truly angels on earth. And as the number of women that we serve grows, we are going to need even more compassionate, dependable clienteers. And so if that's something that you might be interested in doing, talk to us at our table out in the hall. Sometimes it is a very difficult job. It's certainly not easy, but it's always richly rewarding. And it starts with the little gift bag that you're going to be assembling today. Thank you. Just really quickly, also, don't miss the opportunity to go out and tour the mobile clinic outside. Thank you.
This woman is an angel on earth. She's taught me so much, and I love her like a sister. Okay, this is so exciting. We're going to assemble the bags that she just took. I was going to show you. But it's very particular how they get put together, okay? We're not trying to be bratty or anything like that, but if they're not put together right, for one thing, they don't sit well. There's so many. We have to stack them so they can't be all bunched up. And the sidewalk advocates and the clinic, they just don't have time. That's why we're doing it. So we don't want to have to make them redo them, okay? So everything is set up, and it's in the foyer where you came in. It's right by the door. You'll see 2 tables, and there's instructions, and you just take your bag, and you just go down the conga line. You put in the card, and the card, and the card, and the card, and then you put in the pair of socks, and then 2 pieces of candy, and then a chopstick. So, and then you put it in the box. And I would really like if every single person did one, okay? We have enough supplies to make 300. So if you're really enthused and you're feeling the spirit, do more, okay? We need to get those done today. So that's...
Get your steps in.
Yeah, you get your steps, because we want you to walk on, and you've been sitting long enough. So that's the bag project. So now I'm going to introduce the other project, and this one, we're calling it the compliment card project. So, you know how snail mail, like no one does this anymore? We're going to do that today. We have cards, and these are little postcards, okay? Sorry. This one is our daughter's little baby, Annie, and it says, fresh from heaven. They're all different. We have 200 cards, and there's at least 100 that are different from each other. So I did like 2 sets, okay? What we want you to do is use your pens that were given to you in your little bags or your own. You can do whatever color you want. You're going to write a message on this side, the left side, okay? Like, postcards that no one ever does anymore. And then on the right side, you're going to write the address of whichever general authority you would like to send it to. Now, we have looked, and there are 10 general authorities that we feel deserve cards because of what they have said at different times, at conference or BYU speeches. There are only 10 living general authorities that we could find that have said something about the sanctity of life. So, we have them on a list and their addresses, okay? There's a paper with the quotes that are on the cards that are for them specifically. This is getting complicated. It's really simple. All we want you to do is write something that you have been touched by from what they've said or what the church's doctrine is, from a scripture, from a song. It can be whatever you like. Please look up on the gospel library and find something. If you don't have something in your head, you can just say thank you. I love what you say, what you did say. You can bear your testimony on your little card. There's not much room, so it won't take you very long. We'd love you all to do 2 cards. And this is the thing, no complaining, no criticizing, and no, what's the other C, Rod? Complaining, criticizing, and
Crying.
crying. No, not crying. We did a lot of that. Anyway, it's on the instructions. Counsel. We don't want to counsel them. That's not our place. You can sign your name. You don't need to put your address. That's the beauty of a postcard. And there's a little X. Please leave the X for the stamp. Now, because these cost a lot of money to mail and to do, we're going to be really picky. So if there's a card that we don't feel is inappropriate, I'm going to just tell you, if it's not appropriate, we won't mail it. Because we just want them to be flooded with love, flooded with thank you and gratitude and appreciation for what they've done, what they've said. So, the other part of this, I have an envelope with one of the 10 brethren's names, okay? Those cards go specifically to them. All the rest can be to anybody, okay? But they have their name on the card. This says, we believe in families and we believe in children. Neil I told you, Neil L. Anderson. I was going to do a guessing game. So these cards go to him. Does that make sense? We want to show him that we have listened, that we love what he's said and done, okay? So, I think they've been passed out, and
Can you just confirm every table has, I set a stack up?
does every table have a stack with a bunch of cards and an instruction, at least one of these?
Raise your hand if you don't.
If you don't have a stack, we just want to make sure everybody, so just pass them around. You can, I don't think this table has them. They can have these. And then we're gonna have a basket in the hallway that you put them in, okay, like where you checked in. This has been a very powerful project for me. I think that it will make a big difference. Oh, the clinic. So, Brian, will you please stand, Brian? This is my good friend, Brian. I met Brian on the sidewalk. She's pretty much a rock star in saving babies. She taught me everything I know. She's a good woman. She is babysitting someone's dog because they would have an abortion if they had to give up their dog. So Brian is fostering a dog. That's what Pro-Life Utah does. Unbelievable. So also, anybody that has been on the sidewalk with Pro-Life Utah, I would love you to stand up. So Brian, Chip is a rock star. He drives the clinic. AJ, you've been there. Sage, where's okay, these people have been out there with those bags. If you don't have a bag to hand the woman, you do not save a baby. You have to have that bag that you're going to put together to talk to her. We're like, hey, do you want polka dots or stripes? You know, and then they're like, you guys are crazy. Like, what are you? I'm a stranger. And we just love them, right? We just love them. And Chip and AJ and Sage and Brian. Way to go. So please go look at the clinic. It is a special place.
That will be parked outside. We also invite you to check out our booths of our friends who are here. This is a list of those who will be in the foyer as well, and you can learn about them. We're grateful for them being here. All right, go split. Go do service project. We're going to do this until lunch starts, and then we're going to pray over the food, and we'll continue through the service projects and the meet and greet through lunch. Yeah. Okay, go and do. Good job. Yeah, I think it's possible. Yeah, I'll tell you that. Yeah. Well, I have my list here. It's right there as well. I can read it though if that helps. When I turn it on, it freaks out when it turns off.
How do you turn it on? The red button?
Yeah, just stand away from the speakers. I don't know.